Hey guys, we are on day 4 of our barbecue freezer meals challenge. So thanks so much for sticking with us, and I hope you guys are getting lots of great things ready to go in your freezer so that you can just pull them out the night before and have a quick weeknight meal anytime you need. So today we are making, let's see, what's it called? Grilled chicken, need my recipe. Grilled chicken breasts with heavenly balsamic glaze. So I'm gonna start over at the stove here and show you what I'm making. I'm gonna turn this up quite high because I wanna get it boiling. And just try to find the smallest pot that you have. And we're gonna do a half a cup of balsamic vinegar. So I don't have a ton of the dark stuff left. So I'm gonna use what I have, and then I'm just gonna top it up with some white balsamic. It's pretty close. Very close, but I need a little bit more. So that goes in. Okay, so then I'm gonna use my 4-in-1 spice spoon. You guys see me using this all the time. It's so handy. It's got the tablespoon here, the teaspoon on this side, and then when you flip it over, it's a half a teaspoon. And there's also a 1/4 teaspoon marker there as well. So I have my half a cup of balsamic vinegar in my pot, and I'm gonna get that up to a boil, and I'm just gonna add 2 tablespoons of packed brown sugar. So I'll just scoop it up and try to pack it down best I can. And 1. And 2. So I'm actually just going to stir it around. I don't recommend getting this too hot because it is plastic. It's not one of our silicone products. But just to quickly stir it up, that will be fine for now. So I'm going to bring that up to a boil, and I'm going to take you over here and show you what I'm doing with the chicken. Okay, so our recipe calls for 4 boneless, skinless chicken breasts or 8 to 10 thighs. I have 3 kind of smaller chicken breasts here, so I'm gonna not use the full amount of barbecue sauce mix, as it says. But you can also just eyeball it to taste. So if you like kind of a stronger flavor, absolutely use more. If you just like a hint of a flavor, then just sprinkle a little bit on. So this is our barbecue sauce mix. I'm not much of a measurer, so I'm just gonna kind of sprinkle on how much we like. It's a new jar, so it's packed in there pretty good. I like to give it a good coating. So this is probably about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more. And then I'll just rub it around. These are still a little bit frozen as well. Again, I would recommend using chicken straight from the grocery store and doing this before you put it in the freezer. So I'm just giving it a nice coating on one side. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, so I washed my hands and stirred my glaze quickly. It's up to a boil now. And I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit more on the other side. And I'm going to also add a bit of salt. So the thing with our herb and spice blends is they're all very low sodium, if there's any sodium in them at all. So quite often you will need to season your things, but it's a lot easier to add salt than take salt out of something, right? So sprinkle that on, rub it in a little bit. And then I'm going to add some salt to the other side as well. So I love that our grinder tops can go right on top of our refill jars. If you notice, I have like a really tall jar of sea salt here. Normally we'd have the grinders in with the little jars like this, but the grinder heads fit right on the refills, so I just get rid of those little jars and I put it straight on here. Okay, so this is just gonna go into a freezer bag or a freezer container and into the freezer. I don't know if you can see this, but my glaze is boiling like crazy. It's got quite a strong vinegary smell. It smells so good. So I'm gonna keep reducing this until it's at about half and it starts to get thick and kind of like stick to the back of a spoon. Okay, you guys, so I boiled this for maybe another 10 minutes or so, and it's down to about 1/4 cup in here, so it's reduced by about half. I don't know if you can tell, but when I go like this, it sort of sticks to the pot and slowly drizzles down. So it's not like super thick and syrupy, but as it cools, it's gonna thicken up a bit as well. And I'm just going to pour it into one of my prep bowls here. Okay, so I'm gonna let this sit and cool a little bit. It's kind of syrupy, it's gonna get a little bit thicker as it cools. And then I can put my silicone lid right on it. And these little guys can go right in the freezer as well. So you can either make the glaze the day of as your chicken is on the barbecue, or you can make it ahead and you can freeze that as well. So it freezes really good too. I'll just show you what I have going on with my chicken here. Okay, so I've got my chicken here with the barbecue seasoning on it. I didn't add any oil or anything really. It's just gonna, again, marinate as it thaws. It's gonna go on the grill, and then when you're done grilling towards the end, you can just baste on your heavenly glaze, and you've got the most amazing barbecue chicken. So make sure to share your pictures or videos of you preparing your meals, and be entered to win some prizes. So thanks for tuning in on day 4.